You're listening to WTIM, your information station. It's time now for your expanded local news. The Taylorville City Council met on Tuesday evening for about 45 minutes to discuss business, review ordinance, and hear from the public at their first meeting of September. Alderman Steve Dennis was on Zoom, and Alderman Megan Bryant was absent. First things first, the council approved the mayor's appointment of Mary Ann Lowry to the library board. Jeff Stoner was promoted to fire captain, and Luke Milan was given the oath of office for the fire department. Ordinances that were approved include execution of the First Amendment to the Business District Agreement and the City of Taylorville between the Central Illinois Optometric Associates, the City of Taylorville, and the Christian County Historical Society, and the City of Taylorville and the Christian County YMCA. Two resolutions authorizing real estate leases with Rick and Lisa Champley and Jake Heberling were approved. Special events permits for the St. Mary's Fall Festival on September 12th, 13th, and 14th, and the Sports Boosters for Faith Bible Christian Academy on September 27th and 28th were both approved. A motion for approval for the replacement of the current heating system at the cemetery did pass, as did a motion approving payment for the Route 104 sidewalks out of the TIF fund. A motion was approved to hire Sikich as the auditor for the fiscal year 24-25 audit. Alderman Larry Budd informed the board that they were yet to receive the 23-24 audit. Rocky Romano encouraged the board to do their due diligence to find a company to do audits and not wait until the last minute. The motion was passed 5-2, with Alderman Steve Dorchinez and Kathy Driscoll voting no. Finally, under ordinances, a motion to recommend approval for the 2025-26 gas firm price contract with Central Commodity FS in reference to purchasing propane was approved. Under committee reports, a motion to submit an overhang easement proposal to Commonwealth Edison for $44,300 for the 2.215 acres owned by the city of Taylorville was approved out by the lake. The council also approved a motion to amend the city code and applicable ordinances to increase the water reconnection fee up to $50 for residents and $85 for non-residents as fees for restoration of service. Discontinue shutoff notices as of November 1st of 2025 and remove paragraph L in the City Code 849. This motion passed unanimously. A motion to create an ordinance for a handicap parking space for the United States Postal Service was approved, as was a motion to update the City Code to change residency requirements from 6.5 miles of radius to a 20-mile radius. A motion concerning grandfathering current superintendents and non-bargaining members in with their current health insurance coverage was tabled for now. A motion to sign a change order with Illinois Valley Paving for the amount of $52,446.88 for work performed at the Taylorville Food Center was approved, with that money coming back to the city. A motion for a pay request concerning work performed at the Taylorville Food Center for $286,531 was approved. A motion was approved 4-3 to approve the demolition of structures at 1133 East Elm Street, 902 East Thompson Street, 809 East Lewis Street, and 625 North Cheney Street, with the property owner responsible for all dumpster fees. An attempt to table by Alderman Chris Skoltedy to table failed 4-3, with Alderman Steve Dorchinez, Kathy Driscoll, and Chris Skoltedy voting yes on the table. The motion did pass 4-3, with Alderman Dorchinez, Driscoll, and Skoltedy voting no. A motion to recommend to the City Council to approve turning off the power in Industrial Park failed 6-1. There were concerns over liability. Taylorville Mayor Bruce Berry says that roadwork continues around Taylorville Food Center, and he encourages everyone to be safe around the schools now that they're open. During public comments, Alderman Chris Skoltedy said that he was not going to bring discussion of demolition of structures back to the committee.
Just so we're aware, we voted to pass tearing down these 4 properties. We already had a lengthy discussion in ordinance. I'm not bringing it back to ordinance. My time is far too valuable to sit and discuss things that are just the status quo. We just want to let things run amok and do as we want. 60 properties that we talked about that we tore down. How many aldermen can name 10 of them? So That's the biggest problem is transparency. But basically you're saying tonight, you're approving that you're okay with the lack of transparency. I've been on this council for over 6 years. And I can probably name maybe 10 of the maybe 50 properties in the 6 years I've been on. That is ridiculous to me, but we're okay with it. But I'm not wasting another ounce of my time on it.
The next city council meeting is set for September 18th of 2025. Taylorville Community Credit Union has opened registration for its 12th annual scholarship program, giving high school seniors a chance to earn financial help for their education. A program is open to seniors at Taylorville, Hillsborough, Litchfield, and Pana high schools who plan to attend a trade school, community college, or four-year university after graduation in May of 2026. Registration is open now through Friday, October 10th. Students who sign up will need to provide their name, a quality photo, such as a senior picture, and a completed parental permission form. Forms are available at all 4 TCCU branches, as well as online at tccu.org. 2 students from each of the 4 schools will ultimately be awarded $1,000 scholarships. Winners are chosen through community voting, which takes place at participating local businesses. For every $10 spent at a participating retailer, customers can cast 1 vote for a student. Posters featuring the registered students will be displayed in those businesses beginning in mid-November, and voting continues through the end of February 2026. The scholarships will be presented in the spring of 2026. For more information about registration or about Taylorville Community Credit Union, visit tccu.org or stop by one of their locations in Taylorville, Hillsborough, Litchfield, and in Pana. Illinois is moving to protect access to abortion medications, even as federal officials consider restrictions at the national level. State Senator Karina Villa of West Chicago sponsored a new law that ensures reproductive care remains accessible in Illinois.
As our communities continue to face the uncertainty and unrelenting attacks from this federal administration, it's more critical than ever for us to work to safeguard the rights of Illinoisans, especially the rights to access comprehensive, affordable, and safe reproductive health care. In light of this federal administration's funding cuts for organizations that provide reproductive services and dangerous suggestions to revoke FDA approvals of medication, which have long been recognized as safe and essential. Here in Illinois, we must be proactive in defending reproductive care in our state to ensure that people receive the care that they need without repercussions. We will not allow ideologically driven decisions to strip away the bodily autonomy of individuals seeking care in Illinois. We will not allow extreme restrictive policies from other states to threaten the livelihoods of our healthcare providers and dictate the care that people receive in our state. In Illinois, we trust individuals to make decisions about their healthcare in consultation with their providers, not lawmakers. With this new law, we are cementing Illinois' role as a national leader in protecting reproductive rights. We are ensuring that abortion medications remain accessible, that providers are protected, and that individuals, whether from Illinois or out of state, can continue to receive the care that they need and deserve. Illinois will remain a beacon of hope for individuals across the Midwest, where they can access reproductive health, their privacy is protected, and our providers are supported instead of being criminalized.
Under the measure, if the FDA were to revoke its approval of a drug it previously cleared before January 1st, Illinois law would still allow its use, provided the medication's safety is supported by peer-reviewed research and it remains recommended by the World Health Organization. The law also bars state regulators and healthcare institutions from taking disciplinary action against providers who legally prescribe or administer abortion medication in Illinois, even for patients who live outside of the state. House Bill 3637 was signed into law on Friday and takes effect on January 1st of 2026. This will conclude the first portion of your expanded local news, and it's brought to you by Taylorville Community Credit Union.
Hi, this is Will Perkins with Taylorville Community Credit Union. When you become a member of TCCU, you become an owner and have access to our great loan rates, earn great dividends on our deposit accounts, have access to our full range of financial products, and will receive personal attention from people you know. Membership is open to anyone who lives or works in Christian, Montgomery, and Shelby County. We are conveniently located in Taylorville, Hillsboro, Litchfield, and Pana. You can also visit us online at www.tccu.org. Come join us. You'll wonder why you waited. Member NCUA.
The Ace Hardware in Shelbyville is bringing out new products as the year's warm days become numbered. Representatives from the location at Johnstown Mall attended the chain's annual convention in Chicago to see and learn about new products and ideas. Even as the season winds down, there's still plenty for homeowners to know to care for their yards. Kelly Mars is a manager at Shelbyville Ace Hardware. He says customers can see some of those products for sale, whose inspiration came from said convention.
Well, it's been a crazy August, that's for sure. It's been a very good August for us. We just got back a couple of weeks ago from the Ace Hardware Show in Chicago, the convention that they have 2 times a year. A lot of fun new ideas that are coming down the pipeline for the spring and for the fall. So, I mean, beware of that as you come in the store. You're going to see some new items and some new products that Michael and I both bought. So I think it was fun. It's always a challenge to get through Chicago and get everything situated. And we've only got 2.5 days to see 14,000 vendors.
Wow.
So, I mean, and it was McCormick Place.
McCormick.
And that place is huge.
Yes,
and when they do it right. Ace has done it right now for hundreds of years.
Yeah.
So it's really nice. But like I said, we've got some good fun stuff coming down the pipeline. So we're going to have some fun.
Ace Hardware and their suppliers occasionally bring on celebrities to endorse and help advertise their goods. Former NFL offensive tackle Orlando Pace, who won Super Bowl 34 with the St. Louis Rams, was among those that were in attendance this year.
We did have 2 celebrities this year at the show. I missed the first one because I forgot that he was there. Orlando Pace, football player, Hall of Fame NFL football player, ex-St. Louis Ram football player back in his day. He was there one day taking pictures and signing autographs and doing some fun things with one of the vendors there. And then the day after that was I'm going to mess up his last name because I always do because I can never remember it. It's the gentleman from and now that we started talking about this, I just went blank. It's the California motorcycles. Help me. It was Paul Teufel.
Oh, okay.
Him and his wife were there. He was there, really nice guy, super nice. I mean, he brought a chopper with him. It was up on display, so we took some pictures and got to meet him and his wife. And those were the two biggies that kind of showed up for the show.
As for what exact products are available for the fall, the store is stocking up on gardening equipment. They are taking evolving weather patterns in central Illinois into their account.
I think fall is here. I haven't seen the long range forecast other than we were talking this morning that we're going to have a nice weekend. Thank goodness for a nice Labor Day weekend with all the stuff that's going on between high school and college and all of the other things that are going on in some local towns this weekend. I think we're pretty well ready for fall. Soils are still here. We've got the flower pots ready. We've got your fertilizer ready for the fall to get everything completed and get everything ready to go and be ready for, because I don't think we're having seasons anymore. It goes from summer to winter back to summer. I think we're skipping a couple of seasons. So it's tough to manage your yard in the spring and in the fall, but we do have a lot of stuff.
While temperatures have been cooler in the last week than in the days prior, the dry stretch has made caring for lawns more difficult. During dry spells like this, Mars recommends using a sprinkler or other layers over grass seeds to help keep that lawn healthy.
That's the hard part because we haven't had much rain in August that I can remember. I mean, I don't remember any at all at home, but there are people that are doing some seeding at this point in time, maybe have done some work in their yard and have to do some seeding, some plumbing issues or something where they've had to dig up their yard. It's okay to do it now. to put some seed down, but I would recommend either some kind of base on top of your seed, especially if you have a few animals that kind of roll around because they will eat the seed. But I mean, if you put a little straw on top of your seed, and if we get some rain, hooray. If not, you're going to have to water.
I see.
I mean, you're going to have to keep that moist because it's going to have a chance to germinate. And, that's an issue right now because we haven't had any rain. But, we sell sprinklers, we sell watering cans, we sell garden hose. So, I mean, we've got you hooked up if you're in the need and want to do some fall grass seed spreading.
The Ace Hardware in Shelbyville is located at 2114 West Main Street, Suite D. More information is available at acehardware.com. Kelly Mars appeared as a guest on the WTIM Shelbyville Morning Show. Visitors to the Abraham Lincoln Presidential Library and Museum can now see nearly 500 new high-resolution images related to the 16th U.S. President. They include the places that he lived, the nation grieving his death, and his assassin, John Wilkes Booth. It's all part of the ALPLM's Picturing Lincoln collection, which is now up to nearly 1,500 pictures. The additions to Picturing Lincoln are highlighted by illustrations about his death. They include him ascending to heaven alongside figures like George Washington, his funeral, and his body being transported by train from Washington to Springfield. Other works focus on his assassin, John Wilkes Booth. They portray him escaping dangerous creatures and being haunted by the ghost of Lincoln. The Illinois State Library provided a $100,000 grant to help fund said collection. Christina Schutt is the executive director of the ALPLM and expresses her gratitude to all who helped create these images and say everyone should be able to witness Abraham Lincoln's legacy. The images are available on the museum's website, presidentlincoln.illinois.gov/picturing Lincoln. This will conclude the second portion of your expanded local news, and it's brought to you by CNB Bank and Trust.
Life comes with surprises. Your checking account should help you handle them. With Gateway Checking from CNB Bank and Trust, you'll enjoy benefits that go beyond banking. Get cell phone protection, 24/7 roadside assistance, ID theft aid, and even savings on shopping and travel through Bazing. Plus, you'll have the convenience of digital banking, bill pay, debit card access, and e-statements, all designed to keep your money safe and your life simple. CNB Bank and Trust, helping to open doors since 1854. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Moving now to obituaries, which can be found at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com and are brought to you by Sutton Memorial Home.
This is Chad Sparks. When you lose a loved one, your choice for making final arrangements should be with the compassionate family at Sutton Memorial Homes. They know the death of a loved one is difficult. Austin and Evan at Sutton's and the entire staff have devoted themselves to loving and caring for those in their community in their time of need. You can trust Sutton Memorial Homes to assist your family in making final arrangements that will be a tribute to your loved one. Sutton Memorial Homes, caring is what they do best.
89-year-old Betty E. Allen of Taylorville died on August 15th. Visitation is September 6th from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. at McClure Funeral Home in Taylorville. Memorial service will be September 6th at 11 a.m. at McClure Funeral Home in Taylorville. Interment will be at Oak Hill Cemetery. Cremation rights have been accorded, and funeral arrangements are being handled by McClure Funeral Home in Taylorville. 58-year-old Randall or Randy Lee Pertilar of Peoria, formerly of Taylorville, died on August 21st. Memorial visitation is September 20th from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. at McClure Funeral Home in Taylorville. Memorial service will be on September 20th at 11 a.m. at McClure Funeral Home in Taylorville. Interment will be at Glen Haven Memorial Gardens. Funeral arrangements are being handled by McClure Funeral Home in Taylorville. 82-year-old Shirley Louise Sullivan of Pana died on August 27th. Visitation is September 4th from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. at McCracken Dean Funeral Home in Pana. Funeral service will be September 4th at 10:30 a.m. at St. Patrick's Catholic Church in Pana. Interment will be at Calvary Cemetery. Funeral arrangements are being handled by McCracken Dean Funeral Home in Pana. And 81-year-old Frank Lanzotti Jr. of Taylorville died on August 25th. A private graveside service was held for him on September 2nd at 11 a.m. at Oak Hill Cemetery in Taylorville. Get details on these and other local news stories at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com or on WTIM. WTIM is your only local news radio.